in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist, the New Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, with my co-host.
This is Eli Jones.
Okay, I'm Leroy Smith.
I was thinking Casey Jones. Goongala.
Oh, yeah. So old 80s throwback references. I'm sorry. I missed that reference. And yes, we are back. Sorry, I took another vacation. I think if I take one more, Eli said he's going to fire me. Replace me with AKA David, and then he's going to take over the Comic Book Bully. So.
Oh, yeah. No shit. I forgot. Have you been listening to Comic Cast lately?
I have.
Yeah. It's especially yesterday. It's just kind of weird not hearing.
It's a different tone. It's a different tone. I'm interested to see how they formulate.
Yeah.
Because Gomer wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, not yesterday, but whenever he was there recording, because he was at a wedding.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I saw the Facebook pictures. Gomer, you were looking snazzy as shit, man. Pimped out.
Yeah, he's looking all hot dog.
Yeah, still working. That's the fucked up part about it. Every time I turn around, he's still posting the article.
Yeah.
I'm like, aren't you supposed to be in a wedding or something? Like, I just imagine like at the altar with his laptop or some shit on his phone. So yeah, but shout out to Gomer. I know he didn't get married, but I think he was in the wedding, so pretty cool with that one.
AKA like David. How the fuck you can get fired from a job you don't get paid?
That's really, really fucked up. So like I said, Comic Cast has a thing going on. They had Gomer missing. I was missing last week also, but instead of Eli just going on with his own, because like I said, he's got his own podcast. He got his own issues.
Yeah.
He had to worry about this shit.
Yeah. It was a lighter load for me.
Yeah, so it's not like we can invite. Because the thing is, I thought about inviting somebody else over to take over for the podcast while I was gone, but then that Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars keeps scaring me. Like I'll give up power and he won't give the power back. Yeah. I am the Senate.
I will make it legal.
And then you might like him better. You might side with him. Yeah, fuck Leroy. Get him out of here.
Fuck Leroy. I hate Superman too.
So yeah, but anyway, what I was doing last week, I do want to talk about what I was doing. So I went to Orlando, Florida, and of course, everybody knowing Orlando, Florida, what's going on down there is, you have Disney World. So went with the family, we went to Disney World, and we not only went to Disney World, we also went to Universal Studios. Now, Eli, me personally, I'm gonna say Universal Studios over Disney World. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, me too.
It's a lot more fun. Disney World just feels old and dated, like it never changed. But I went to Universal Studios like 20 years ago, and I went there this time, and it's like completely different.
Okay.
New rides, new everything. Some of the rides they had there. Let me see some rides. Harry Potter. I don't know shit about Harry Potter, but that ride was fucking awesome. Like you had fire dragons and shit breathing at you and stuff, and then Harry Potter or whoever the fuck it was doing the wand shit, and there's a whole like layout, like a whole city, like you had the Universal Studio map, and then like in the corner there's a whole Hogwarts or Harry Potter land city back there. You just walk around with and shit like that. It's awesome. They got food back there and everything. I'm like, damn, they put some money in that one. Transformers pretty cool too. Basically it was like one of those virtual rides where you're riding on top of a transformer and you're trying to dodge Megatron when he's fighting Optimus Prime. Cool shit. Cool as hell. A weird one was Fast and the Furious.
Oh, no shit.
They got a Fast and the Furious ride that it was pretty fucking awesome.
You'd like drive a car off a plane or some shit?
Well, it was kind of like that. Basically, the Fast and the Furious crew had to escort you because you had important information from here to another location. So Ludacris was telling you need to do blah 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 blah. The Rock shows up. You need to do this, and Vin Diesel. So when you're driving down the street, you got Vin Diesel on one side, like ride on a helicopter on the outside of the helicopter trying to take a guy down. Tyrese punching a guy on a truck bed over here. What's the chick name? I can't remember all the fucking names on it. Ludacris doing some bullshit. But anyway, it finally clicked to me. Fast and the Furious is like a live action version of Need for Speed. That's what the fuck they're like Burnout, like those video games. That's what it is. So when they do driving, like I said, they completely forgot about driving nowadays. So but that's what it feels like. I'm trying to think, was there any other rides? It probably was, but the rest of it was like.
I heard they got rid of the Jaws ride.
I didn't see a Jaws ride down there. We tried to ride as much stuff as we could, but I didn't see Jaws down there. So they might have gotten rid of it.
Yeah,
it wasn't on the map when I was looking at. So yeah, they had a whole Simpsons world over there also.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah, like Moe's Diner, they had a perfect recreation of Moe's Diner. I think I posted on it. I'm gonna post it on Facebook later on today. If I follow on Facebook, watch that. So the whole diner, everything, you walk in there, the dartboard, the pool table, Moe's, everything, it's there. It was pretty awesome. I was like, damn, okay. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Only thing about the ride, like I said, I was with my nephew the entire time. So in the car, he was playing YouTube the entire time, and there was one YouTuber that he kept playing called the Annoying Orange. What the Annoying Orange is, have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those that haven't heard about the Annoying Orange, exactly what it sounds like. It's an orange that screams to the top of his lung and is annoying as shit. And I had listened to that for 10 hours straight, going forward, going backwards.
Damn.
So I want to tell that YouTuber, if I ever find you, if you ever find out who you are, I will beat the shit out of you. So if you ever show up at a Comic-Con or Anime Con or some shit, yes, I will buy tickets there. And I'll be wait for my autograph. And so otherwise, that's pretty much it. And otherwise, like I said, I was gone. That's the end of my trip. I had a fun time, came back. I come back and hear all kind of weird shit going on. Like, okay, Area 51 is out of control. We're going to storm Area 51. So Eli, you already booked your hotel tickets for that?
Oh, hell no. I ain't going to that shit.
Okay, I'm wondering.
I don't give a shit.
But have you joined the Facebook group about the Area 51 thing?
No, not really.
There's a Facebook group about it. I've joined it. I'm in there.
Oh, really?
I'm in there. It's about 1 million people in it. I'm not like speaking hyperbole. There's literally 1 million people in the group, like 900 something.
Mm-hmm.
Funniest group on Facebook. All they do is just post memes all day. And some of those Area 51 memes are some of the funniest memes I've seen like on Facebook in a while, like all year. So the shit is hilarious. Supposed to mean it's really a joke. For the most people, they think it's a joke. However, the military does not think it's a joke. So they're waiting for you to come out there and try to storm Area 51. They're waiting for you. They discontinue their leave for the weekend just for that. Just in case if you come out there, you know.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, they're saying like all the hotels have been already booked around like anywhere around the Area 51, Nevada. They've already made an official statement, like the U.S. Air Force has made an official statement. Do not come to Area 51. Oh, and yeah, we didn't mean to admit that Area 51 actually exists, but don't come to Area 51. So, like I said,
I went to school down in New Mexico in Santa Fe.
Mm-hmm.
New Mexico, and Los Alamos was like, you know, up north from there. That's the military base that built the atomic bomb and shit.
Oh damn!
And and it's really pretty country, mountains and shit. It's really nice. It's a nice drive. And we were driving around up there one time, just taking in the scenery. But there you pass by all these military roads at level 7 security clearance. Violators, no trespassing, use of deadly force authorized. Like, you see all these signs. Like, don't go down this road or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No.
Yes, they will shoot the shit out of you. They are not afraid to do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, anybody that goes down there on that day, that's just natural selection. You just Darwinism, whatever you want to call it.
Just going to send one of them gunships out. Just
right.
Drop one bomb. That's all it's gonna take.
And they're gonna play in the favorite. They're gonna play in it with Ride of the Valkyries. They shoot the shit at your ass.
That'll probably be an Eminem song.
Like, let's have some fun with this shit.
Venom.
Knock, knock, let the devil in. So yeah, that's all we got. Can we actually get into the podcast now? We actually talk about some stuff.
Sure.
Because actually, some interesting stuff happened while we were gone. Okay, well, let's start off with the box office numbers. Before we get into the good stuff, Eli, give it to me. What was the #1 movie of the week?
Oh, I have no idea. I've been sick, so I don't know.
Oh, you know. I know you know. Come on, Eli.
Is it what came out? I don't know. Spider-Man?
No. Come on, you know. Come on, Eli. You know. I know you're dying on me, but come on, before you die.
I'm not sure. Toy Story? I'm not sure what came out.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. Lion King.
Oh, That come out? That wasn't out already?
No, it came out Friday.
Oh, did it? When
Yeah.
did it came out? I thought it came out already. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm out of it, man.
And the weekend, it did 191 million over the weekend.
Ooh, no
That's
shit.
insane. I mean,
Motherfuckers like that shit. Huh?
we've seen the movie already. That's I don't get it. It feel like I'm missing something. And because people are saying, like, I haven't seen the movie. I know you don't give a shit about the movie, but I'm just going by my timeline and just seeing what people are saying about the movie. Some people love the movie. Some people love the movie. Some people hate the movie. Some people are saying that it feels too lifeless, like the CGI just doesn't, it doesn't break the uncanny valley, which I already noticed that from looking at the trailer. Like the trailer looked lifeless to me, like it was missing that soul that the original cartoon had. It just didn't have it there. It felt like it was trying to be too realistic, but it wasn't realistic enough. So it felt like there was no soul there. So it just felt like a bunch of dolls just walking around. That's what it felt like to me on the trailer. And people were saying that that's what it was in the movie. So people are getting mad about that. Like, why are you getting mad? You got exactly what the trailer was selling you. So I don't know. And then they say that the movie is pretty much beat for beat. Exactly what you expect. So yeah. I don't know.
I did see The Lion King when it first came out. That's one of the few Disney movies that I did see.
Oh, did you? I thought you said fuck that shit too.
No, I did see. I took my niece to see that back in the day, but I never saw like The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and Pocahontas. I never saw any of them, but I did see The Lion King.
Yeah.
And I thought it was all right.
Okay.
I thought it was fucked up what that fucking uncle did. I thought that was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, because like I said, Disney parents always die in these movies, but that's the first time like they showed the body.
well, just that dude. Well, not that dude. The lion. What's his name? Scar?
Yeah.
That's some fucked up shit to like kill the dude's dad and then fucking blame it on him and shit and make him feel guilty.
But isn't it just Hamlet?
That's twisted, I suppose. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I should know that, but I don't know that.
But for a kids movie,
For a kids movie, it's really fucked up. It's like. It was but I went to the theater and it was a bunch of little kids in the kid and they were bawling. They were crying their eyes out. You could just hear like when that happened. I was like, you couldn't even hear anything afterwards. So yeah, that's really fucked up to do that shit with kids.
Yeah.
What else were we talking about? Okay, number 2, we got Spider-Man: Far From Home. We had number 3, Toy Story. We have number 4, Crawl. What the fuck?
Oh, I saw that.
You saw that? What is that?
Yeah, it's that alligator movie. Motherfuckers get eaten by alligators during the hurricane. Gator storm. Gatornado or whatever.
Okay.
It's awesome.
It sounds pretty cool. Okay.
5 out of 5. There you go.
Okay. The alligator tornado movie. Okay.
Yeah.
We have number 5, Yesterday. That's the dude that know all the Beatles songs that nobody else knows.
Oh, yeah.
Number 6, Stuber. Okay.
Oh, I want to see that.
I kind of want to too because Batista. They asked Batista, "Were you going to be in a Fast and Furious movie?" And he said, "I only do good movies." So I'm assuming Stuber is a good movie. Like that meets his requirements. I guess I don't know. Number 7, we have Aladdin. So you got 2 Disney movies that are killing them.
And that's what I was thinking of. That's what I thought came out. I was thinking that.
Oh, new world! Don't you dare close your eyes.
I never saw the first Aladdin either.
Okay, I'll tell you about this. I'm going to give you my review of the first Aladdin. I didn't see this new shit, but the first Aladdin. No matter what you think about that movie, Robin Williams will have you laughing your ass off.
All right.
Because it's Robin Williams. What you expect? Number 8, Annabelle Comes Home. Never seen any of those. Number 9, Midsummer.
Oh, that's that other horror flick.
Yep. And number 10, Secret Life of Pets 2. Okay. Oh, and interesting, we also have number 11, Avengers Endgame.
Oh, no shit. Oh, I heard it beat. It's number 1 now, I guess. That's what I heard.
It's number 1. Eli, we did it.
I guess so.
We did it. We won.
All right.
Yeah.
What do we get now?
I mean, really nothing. I mean, the same thing. We get a no prize.
Every day I go to the mailbox for my Endgame prize. Nothing.
So yeah, it's just funny when people like we like when we count down. We just need 3 more million to get it. Like, what is this? We don't get anything.
Yeah, Disney's just like excellent.
Release the homes. So we don't get anything from this, but it's just nice bragging rights. Like, I mean, like fuck Avatar, man. Look, I grew up reading Avengers and Marvel all my life, man. So the fact that it's the #1 movie of all time, me personally, as a nerd, I do feel a little vindicated growing up reading comic books, stuff like that. That's just me, personal fan.
That's fine.
Yeah, so
I can dig that. I didn't give a shit about Avatar really either.
Yeah, so I'm glad that Avengers beat Avatar. I was hoping it would. Now, do I feel like, yeah, my life is complete because it happened? Not really. It still sucks, But you kind of go on with life, But that's the thing. But yeah, Avengers is the #1 movie. I'm pretty sure they're gonna pull it out of the theater because I think it comes out on digital next week. Oh, that's how long it's been in the theaters. Now remember Black Panther. Black Panther was on digital, on Blu-ray, and was still in the theaters.
Like, then they bring it back for like Black Month. What's it called?
No, they just left it in there the whole time. Never took it out. Never did a reimagining. Never did a re-release. They just left that shit in the whole time.
All right.
And so, like I said, and Avengers doing the same thing because Avengers comes out on digital next week, and they never really said when they were going to take it out of the theaters. I'm pretty sure that they broke the break. They're probably going to pull it out of the theaters now.
I might have to wait till Blu-ray.
Blu-ray, I think, comes out middle of August.
Yeah. I might wait till, because I just saw it seems like a couple weeks ago. When did I see it? Right before I saw Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, I got iTunes credits saved up from my birthday, so I'm gonna use that to spend it to get Avengers Endgame, and I'll be okay.
I thought they got rid of iTunes.
They did, but they didn't. Okay, let me clear that up.
You got that Movies Anywhere shit or whatever?
I do. Come on, man. You know I do.
Okay.
Because my thing is, okay, they did get rid of iTunes, but the thing is, nobody was using iTunes anyway. What they did is that they have everything separated in different apps. So you got the Apple TV app, you have Apple Music app, Apple Podcasts, Apple Books. So instead of just iTunes with some one hub, where one-stop shop for everything, everything's just in a different Apple. It's the same thing.
Whatever they got rid of, was it Ultraviolet or whatever? They
did get rid of Ultraviolet. Now, they have not getting, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's actually very important. I just got an email about that the other day.
Yeah.
They haven't gotten rid of Ultraviolet yet. They're going to get rid of Ultraviolet next week. Mm-hmm. So anybody that has Ultraviolet, I'm pretty sure it's not a whole lot of people, but if you have Ultraviolet, do not discontinue your Ultraviolet account. Because if you do that, you will lose all of your movies you have on. You have to leave your Ultraviolet account. You basically stay logged in. Don't log out. Because if you log out, you're going to lose all your movies.
Yeah.
But if you still have them, when everything switches over, you'll still have all your movies and you're good and it's no problem. So just giving you a heads up on this. Send me an email. I want to make sure I got that information out there. What else?
I got the same email because I got, my shit's linked to my Voodoo.
My shit's linked. My shit is linked in everything. My Ultraviolet account is linked into iTunes, linked into Voodoo, linked into Google.
Yeah, the Movies Anywhere thing.
Google's Movies Anywhere, YouTube, Amazon Prime, Microsoft, all that shit is and Fandango.
Okay, yeah.
So all that and Cinema Now. I think Cinema Now, but I don't deal with Cinema Now. So all my shit is connected to all that shit, so I can pull up all that shit wherever. It was pretty cool when I was at the hotel. All I did was just log into YouTube. All my movies were right there.
Okay.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah, and like I said, that's the.
I do. Voodoo. You know what I watched on, because Voodoo is like has free movies now.
They do have free movies. Do you ever watch Terminator? I didn't watch Terminator with you on there.
Yeah. Well, they got it's almost like another Netflix.
Yeah, I mean it's some commercials every now and then on there, and I mean.
But you know what I watched the other night?
What's that?
Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Is that on there? That wasn't on there last time I checked.
It was on there. It's free on Vudu right now with ads, with some commercials. But I noticed something watching it this time. I hadn't seen it in years. I noticed watching it this time. Ozone, he's kind of a bitch. I'm just saying, he's always bitching about some shit in that movie.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he had a reason for it.
He's always proud, when Kelly comes back, hey, I'm going to Paris. Oh, so you leaving me now? What the fuck, man? Aren't you going to help Miracles? We need you. They don't need her ballet ass. They're fine.
Now, let me ask you, was that the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme dancing in the background?
I don't know. Was he?
I think so. It was either one or two, but I can't remember. But you could see Jean-Claude Van Damme in the background.
I don't know. I must have missed that. I never knew.
He's one of the backup dancers.
Oh damn! I'm have to watch it again now.
I had to look it up again. I can't remember if it was part 1 or part 2, but I know he's in one of those as a backup dancer. So Yeah, so shout out to Jean-Claude Van Damme.
But you can totally like when Turbo falls down the stairs and gets injured, they cut to like the stunt double. You can totally tell it's like a fucking dude's all fat and shit falling down the stairs.
Oh yeah, man, like those '80s movies, you can't redo them. That was a special time for '80s movies.
Yeah, found myself still knowing the lyrics to Emergency and shit. I'm like, damn.
I'm waiting. Let me know when they put Crush Groove on there. That's what I want to see again.
Oh, Crush Groove.
I love Crush Groove.
Oh, that is on there. That was on. I don't think it's free, but it is on there because it came up.
I know it's on there. I know it's on there, but I want to know if it's free.
All that shit's on there.
That.
I saw Crush Groove was on like HBO like not too like a couple years ago.
Grooving, body moving.
Yeah. You talk about the one with Run DMC and the Fat Boys and all that shit?
Yeah. Curtis Blow, I think he was like the main guy.
Yeah, Curtis Blow's in it. Yeah. Me and my brother watched. It came on like HBO. Like, holy shit! I hadn't seen this since I was a kid. You know, since the Fat Boys were hot. We were alive.
Remember that solo movie, Disorderlies?
Yeah, Disorderlies.
I love Disorderlies. I can remember. I could almost repeat Disorderlies word for word.
Oh man, yeah, the Fat Boys.
But then again, they got like skinny, like the biggest one, Buffy.
Yeah,
he got skinny.
A couple of them are dead now. The only one that's still alive is Cool Rock Ski, and he's a bodybuilder. He's like fucking Conan now.
Like, how are you gonna be Fat Boys?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So this weekend we had San Diego Comic-Con. And like I said, it was a bunch of news came out, but we only care about one thing. We just want to care what Marvel did because this is the first time Marvel has appeared at Hall H in 2-3 years?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Something like that because they basically had nothing to promote. But this time we knew that after Endgame they were going to come with their Phase 4 slate. And we're going to talk about it in a second. I do want to talk about DC did show up. Actually, no, DC didn't show up. CW showed up.
Yeah.
CW showed up and they pretty much talked about what they're going to do for like this coming up season, and it's basically going to be Crisis on Infinite Earths, and they pretty much said what they're going to do, and they announced that Brandon Routh is coming back as Superman, and he came on stage and he said he's not going to come back as Superman Returns Superman because they can't give him the suit again, so he opened up his shirt and there was the Kingdom Come Superman logo on it, so it's going to be the Kingdom Come Superman. So he's going to be
all old and shit.
I guess they're going to give him like gray temples or something because really he's not old enough to be Kingdom Come Superman, but whatever. We'll work with it. He's going to be Superman. That other guy that's been Superman for the longest, he's going to be Superman. I'm hearing rumors even today they might be bringing back Tom Welling. I'm hearing Linda Carter might be in it.
Oh, well, wasn't Linda Carter on one of those shows?
Linda Carter, I think is the president on Supergirl.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I was saying, don't they have Dean Cain? Isn't Dean Cain like her dad or some shit?
Yeah, some shit. So all the Supermen that are still alive are on the CW doing something.
Yeah. But hey, Brandon Routh, he's the Atom, isn't he?
He's the Atom, yeah. He's Ray Palmer on there. So I guess they're going to have him doing dual roles, or maybe Ray Palmer will get kidnapped for like a whole episode, and then Kingdom Come Superman will show up or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he'll be shrunken in somebody's ass the whole time.
Right. So some shit like that. And like I said, that is going to be Arrow's last season. So I know people don't care about CW or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure he's going to die in that crossover.
Arrow?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're setting it up for that.
All right. Well, if it's going to be a crisis, then a few of them should die.
Well, I think because he made a deal because the guy told him last time that Flash and Supergirl are supposed to die in the upcoming crisis, which in the comic, Supergirl and Flash did die.
Yeah, I know Supergirl died. Yeah, and Flash, yeah.
But in the show, Arrow made a deal. He like, they're too important. Make a deal. He was like, what are you, what are you giving up? And then they show him in his own show in the future, he's already dead. And he's been dead for like years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, like, and he leaves, and it's like nobody ever sees him again. They don't know if he actually like died, but basically he's never seen again. So yeah, that's that. That's the.
Yeah, I might check it out. I haven't watched any of them shows, but in years. But I did watch. I watched the event. What did you watch?
Was it
the event that they had last year, the crossover.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. Not Identity Crisis, which it should have been called Identity Crisis. I don't know why it wasn't that. It was called. Fuck. I don't know. It was the one where they switched bodies, but I can't remember the name of it. Elseworlds. That was called Elseworlds.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Why the fuck they didn't call it Identity Crisis?
Yeah, and Batwoman was on there.
Batwoman was there, and yeah, they had all that shit showing up. And that honestly, that whole thing just felt like a prequel for the Infinity Crisis coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like we're just setting a piece over there because next year, that's where all the insane shit is gonna happen. Matter of fact, I even guarantee you, like the black dude Diggle, they're gonna make him Green Lantern. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, but that's the CW. Like I said, that's DC. Pretty much all they had with the CW. They pretty much had nothing else. There is no DCEU. You know, there were signs of release the Snyder Cut flying outside on a plane before Hall H started. No one cared. Zack Snyder didn't show up, so it was whatever. So pretty much it was just Marvel. It was just Marvel. And Eli, just dig into it. Did you get how much of it did you actually watch at the Marvel Hall H?
I saw like the panel, that thing. Yeah, the one that Kevin Feige came and announced everything.
Okay,
and
cool.
Everybody showed up. Yeah.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Since you saw it and I saw it, we're gonna break down. Cause like I said, there's 10 events that they broke down. So from the next 2 years, Marvel Studios has 10 events coming out. Let's break down the events, see what we think about it, and kind of go from there. Because I kind of want to go to each one in depth. I don't have the list in front of me. I'm going to go off top. I think the first one off top was Black Widow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to say about Black Widow. Oh, they had the panel. They had people coming up. Your boy from Stranger Things, what's his name? Harper.
Yeah.
Harbor.
Yeah.
Hellboy, whatever. That guy. He's going to be in it. He's going to be playing Red Guardian. Now, Red Guardian is basically like the Captain America of Russia, making him Captain Russia. In the comics, he's Black Widow's like ex-husband, and she thought he was dead. And when he died, that's when she decided to go to the Red Room, which is why she called herself the Black Widow, because she's a widow, where she at least thought she was. So basically, ex-husband. We don't know how that's gonna happen, but that's what it is. Rachel Weisz is in it. She's an assassin. Basically, she's gonna be fighting a whole bunch of people from the Red Room. Like I guess they're gonna send a bunch of Red Room Black Widow assassins coming after her. That Yelena Bolovich, that was a blonde-haired Black Widow in the 90s. She's gonna be in the movie. Okay. I guess either they're gonna be teaming up, they're gonna be fighting. I don't know what's going on with that. Taskmaster is rumored to be the bad guy in the movie. The actor that's playing him was not there. So we don't know what's going on with that one. Oh, they did actually say when the movie is going to be set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they said the movie's going to be set after Civil War.
After Civil
War. Your boy Harbor, Hellboy, he said it. Because the reporter asked him, it's like, so when's this movie going to be set? Nobody said anything. He just blurted out, after Civil War. And Scarlett Johansson turned around and looked like, man, what the hell? Like, no, it's cool. Like, so I don't know if he was supposed to say that or not, but anyway, he said so. It's going to be after Civil War. So maybe we'll get Budapest, maybe we don't. I don't know. So that's that. What else we got? Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, buddy cop movie. Yeah, we know. Oh, they're going to be fighting Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo will have the purple sock on his head. Okay. So cool. Trying to think what's next. I may be skipping something. Oh, Eternals.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Eternals. Now, Eternals, that's the one that I had the biggest question mark around right there. Because at first, Eli, I had no expectation for Eternals whatsoever. I was like, we don't need this movie. I don't want to see this movie. What the fuck is this? They kind of piqued my interest a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Just with the casting they had on there. Like I said, we got Selma Hayek. You know, she's in it, and Angelina Jolie. Like, okay, that's right there. Your boy Stuber. Whatever, I can't remember his name. He's in it. And Paperboy from Atlanta is in it.
Oh yeah.
That's the one that got me. I was like, okay, I didn't expect him to be in a Marvel movie.
He did the voice of Miles Morales' dad.
He did. That's right, he did. And Mahershala Ali also did the voice for Prowler, but we'll talk about Mahershala Ali in a second. So, and it was funny. I saw a Facebook post about that. They had him posted, and they're like, "Well, he needs to, get in the gym before the movie comes out." I'm like, "He's fat. Like Marvel didn't hire this guy to get, you know, turn into The Rock before the movie comes out. You know, pretty much gonna be him when he comes out. That's kind of what they cast him for. Oh, Gilgamesh is in the movie. I know nobody gives a fuck about Gilgamesh. That kind of caught my attention. I'm like, okay, they're going with Gilgamesh. Because here's the thing about Gilgamesh in the comics. Like I said, this ain't no Wikipedia shit. This just the shit I remember from Gilgamesh reading Eternals in the comics. So Gilgamesh is supposed to be like I said, all the Eternals like 35,000 years old, some bullshit like that. Basically, any famous warrior you remember in history was supposed to be him. Like Achilles and, you know, Hannibal or whatever the fuck, you know, it's all him. You know, he just went through history just wherever the coolest shit is. He just went there and just started fucking shit up. That's what he did. So that's him. And that's what we call him Gilgamesh, the Forgotten One, because nobody remembers him. No. Oh, what else? What else they got going on? And honestly, I mean, there's a thing that about the Eternals that interests me. Not just the movie itself, but the implications you can have on the Marvel Universe. So, just like we were saying about Gilgamesh, like he is all these warriors that existed all this time like that. Now, the way they had the Eternals set up, and even the way that Jack Kirby set up the Eternals, they're basically Marvel's new gods, basically. But the way he had the Eternals set up, since they've been around for 30,000 years like that, they might have even influenced. They could have them set that they influenced our mythology or our religion and things like that. Basically, like Thor was a myth and now he's real. They can say the Eternals the same way. Like we thought the Eternals and the Greek god. There are no Greek gods. We just confused the Eternals for the Greek gods. Or the Roman gods, or whatever, you know. And plus, like, since they were created by the Celestials, basically it's another way, like, okay, we created the Eternals, and maybe, like, the ancestors of maybe the Eternals had kids. And maybe they created the mutants, leading to the X-Men. You know, that's the bloodline coming from the Eternals, you know, whatever. It's so many ways they can go with this. So, I'm kind of curious like that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to think what else is on the list. I think let's go with another one of those Disney Plus things. WandaVision has everybody's attention. WandaVision's going to be on there. Paul Bettany was on there. Scarlet Witch was there. And my favorite, Monica Rambeau is there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Monica Rambeau is there. Oh, and she is played by Tiana Paris. Okay, Eli, I have a list. Selma Hayek is on the list, of course. But Tiana Paris is on the list also. So, like, if you just say she's going to be in a movie, I'm there. You telling me she's going to play Monica Rambeau, I'm definitely there. So, all right. I'm just saying, I'm hoping they don't just keep her regulated to TV, because that character, Monica Rambeau, and Tiana Paris deserve to be on the big screen. And so, I like Monica Rambeau better than Storm. That's just me. I've always liked her better. I thought she was a cooler character. And more powerful, for one thing. We'll see how that goes. But here's an interesting thing about WandaVision. WandaVision is actually a prequel to Doctor Strange. Like I'm saying, that show leads directly to Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is going to be multiverse into madness, where Scarlet Witch is going to be in that also. So I'm thinking that's pretty interesting too. So it's all going to be one thing, and that's the thing about this Disney Plus thing. So the Disney Plus thing, Kevin Feige is sure that they not bullshitting us this time. It really is all connected. This won't be another Netflix fiasco. It won't be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It won't be Cloak and Dagger. It's going to all be connected. They're all going to be one thing. Now, a lot of people are asking now, what makes this different from the Netflix things like that? The difference is Kevin Feige is over all this stuff. Kevin Feige is not over the Netflix and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Runaways and whatever that bullshit is. That's Jeff Loeb and Ike Perlmutter. They're over that shit. They oversee that stuff. But this, and that's why Kevin Feige didn't give a fuck what happens on those shows over there. But this, Disney Plus, that's his baby. So he's going to make sure all that shit connects. But he's been cranking out so many projects, he didn't have time to do everything. Trying to think. Oh, another one. Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the only one that's got me interested.
No, here's the thing. Shang-Chi is their secret weapon. That's Marvel's secret weapon right there, because he's Chinese. China is a bigger market than America right now for Marvel. That's where most of their billions come from, because they do such high big numbers in China. So when China finds out they have a Chinese superhero with a full Chinese, cast and director, I feel like Shang-Chi has potential to be not even potential. I'm almost gonna damn near guarantee it. It's gonna be their highest grossing solo movie.
Yeah,
I don't see why it couldn't be.
Yeah, well, they got Tony Leung in it, and he's like a huge movie star over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you put their people in there, you got something to work with. You know, the funny thing about it, like the actor, like, and now here's the thing about Shang-Chi. Now, I was rooting for Ludi Lin the whole time. I thought Ludi Lin got this. This is a layup. I'm glad I didn't bet money on it because I thought for sure he had that shit. For those who don't know who Ludi Lin is, he was the Black Power Ranger on the movie. I know you're thinking it's a black guy, but no, they had an Asian guy playing the Black Ranger while they had the Black Ranger playing the Blue Ranger. The black dude playing the Blue Ranger. Whatever. That's one reason why the movie failed. I need my racism color coordinated. I can't have this shit's too confusing.
Talking about the new Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
The Black Ranger was Asian.
They did have a black Asian Ranger. An Asian Black Ranger back in the 90s.
Did they?
They did, didn't they?
I just remember, look, when I watched Power Rangers, the Black Ranger was a black dude, the Asian person was Yellow Ranger, which was really fucked up.
Yeah,
the girl was pink.
Yeah, the girl was pink.
Yeah, so I knew who was who. I'm watching the new one, I'm getting confused. Like, okay, who's the Blue Ranger? The Blue Ranger, the Black one?
But did you know the White Ranger, Tommy, was part Native?
Was he?
He was. There was an episode where he goes and fucking meets a medicine man and burns sage and shit.
Is he like Zach Morris Native?
Pretty much, you know. But he had a ponytail, he had the ponytail in. He's meets a shaman who starts, telling him all this mystical horse shit. So and that's canon now. That's canon.
Okay. I'm glad they were able to work that in. He's 1/32nd Native, so okay, they can work that in. But yeah, let me talk about the Power Ranger movie for a second. I know we're talking about Marvel. I'm talking about the Power Ranger movie. The movie wasn't that bad. It was a 90-minute long Power Rangers show, so I don't know what you're expecting. You got what you expect to pay for. But
the new one?
The new one, yeah. I don't give a fuck about Power Rangers. I'm strictly talking about the new one. But since that movie flopped, they're rebooting Power Rangers again. I'm like, how? Like, what's the point? Like, you really think you can make a better one than the last one that came out? That's pretty much as good as you're gonna get. Sorry, you can keep trying, but it's not gonna really make a difference. But the reason I want to talk about that because everybody from that Power Rangers show, the movie, kind of blew up. Okay, like the Pink Ranger, she's Jasmine the Little Mermaid.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. The Red Ranger, he looks exactly like Zac Efron. He was in Stranger Things, like season 3.
Was he? You talking about the new movie?
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about the 90s cartoon.
I haven't seen it, so I'm like, I don't know these motherfuckers.
So yeah, that's the thing. But like I said, everybody seemed to be blown up. And like I said, my point was Ludi Lin was on the show also, and he was also on that weird ass episode of Black Mirror. He was the karate dude on there.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, okay, everybody on there, you got Black Manta, you got Falcon, you got Mantis, and you got him. So I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna be the Marvel movie. Gotta be. He's gotta be a superhero. Nope. They got some other guy. And here's how that guy got the role. That guy got the role because he tweeted Marvel last year. That's it.
Now, is he an actor?
Yeah, he's an actor. Yeah,
he's not some random ass dude. Some around the way fool, just like working at McDonald's. Hey, can I be in a movie?
No, it's not that easy. So before anybody think you can just be a superhero just by tweeting Marvel, no, it doesn't work like that. No, he's an actual actor. He's an actual actor, and he's a real life martial artist. Okay. So, but it's just funny that he has his tweet pulled up, and when they announced it yesterday, he retweeted that tweet. He was like, "Oh well." I guess it pays off, So he's congratulating himself for making that tweet. Matter of fact, he made a tweet back in 2014. After one of the Avengers movie came out, he was like, "Well, what about an Asian superhero, Marvel?" And then last year he tweeted about Shang-Chi, and they gave him the role, and bam, that's it. So, like I said, I still would have preferred Ludi Lin, but maybe this guy impressed me. I don't know. Another reason I want to talk about Shang-Chi, another reason we should be excited for the bad guy of the movie. Now. The bad guy of the movie they're making is the Mandarin.
Yeah.
And not Trevor Slattery, the real Mandarin. Like the 10 Rings, the whole thing. So basically, you've been hinting at the Mandarin, or at least the 10 Rings organization since Iron Man 1, since the very beginning. They were the bad guys in Iron Man 1. Matter of fact, it was, if you blink and you miss it, in Iron Man 2, that's who gave Whiplash the ticket to come to America. They funded him to come to America.
Oh yeah.
Because they gave him a bunch of money and a passport, and it had a 10 ring symbol on it. So the 10 rings sent him over there.
Okay.
Yeah, but then Iron Man 3 threw all the bullshit out the window. Mandarin was Trevor Slattery, and then he wasn't, and then he was Seth Killian. I might have fucked his name up. I am the Mandarin, or whatever the bullshit he said. I don't know. So, but no, now they're making the real life Mandarin, and I'm glad they're doing that, because the Mandarin is a problematic character, I think. So I feel like you should put him in the hands of Asians. I know that's fucked up to say, but I think you should. I think you should put him in the hands of some Asian filmmakers and directors and creators, stuff like that, just to make sure you're not doing something really fucked up.
It's like how they didn't call M'Baku Manny.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Because when Stan Lee made the Mandarin, he wasn't doing it for representation.
No.
He was trying to, he was making a fucked up character, based off stereotypes, based off fear mongering, because that's what Stan Lee was doing. I love Stan, but he was xenophobic as a motherfucker.
All them Jews were. Oh shit.
Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
They were a product of their time. It was the time.
Eli, I promise, that might have been the most fucked up thing ever said on this show. I think we've raised the bar. I think we've topped ourselves.
Hey, I'm part Jewish, so I can say that shit.
Are you the 132nd Jewish?
Yeah. I'm part Jewish. No bullshit. I ain't bullshitting either.
Okay.
My dad was born in Brooklyn, so...
Okay.
Not saying that all the Jews are from New York.
So basically, anything we say after this show, it can't be anti-Semitic because Eli is 132nd Jewish.
Yeah, man. Something, yeah.
Oh shit, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, Shang-Chi.
Stan Lee being a racist.
Basically. Okay, so that's why I'm glad that they're getting the hands in some Asian film directors and creators to kind of fix the Mandarin problem. Because if you take Mandarin from the comic book and put him on screen, it's going to piss off a lot of people, mainly in China. So you got to kind of fix him and make him, they're going to make him sympathetic. They're going to make him an Asian vulture. He's got kids and a mortgage and shit to feed. That's why he's killing all these people and doing the terrorist organization.
And it's Tony Leung, who, he's one of the biggest, Chinese movie stars ever.
Got you. So they're not gonna do no fucked up shit like they did in the video games. See my power. They're gonna actually make him a real character. So I want to see what they do with Mandarin. Yeah. They got their work cut out for him. That's all I gotta say.
And for those who don't know who Tony Leung is, go watch Hard Boiled. John Woo's Hard Boiled.
Oh, that was an old movie.
Yeah, he's the undercover cop. But if for those who are too young for that shit, The Departed, Leo DiCaprio and Marky Mark, The Departed movie, Scorsese, his only Oscar for Best Picture, that was a remake of the Infernal Affairs trilogy from Hong Kong, and Tony Leung is in those movies too.
Now let me ask you this, because I haven't seen that movie. Is there any karate in it?
In Infernal Affairs?
Yeah, no, Departed. Yes, Infernal Affairs.
No, it's a straight up gangster movie.
Okay, I can do it.
But he was also in Hero, in Jet Li's Hero.
Now I remember that one. I remember that one. Okay.
Flying Daggers. He's done he can do martial arts as well. He's been in some martial art movies too. Ashes of Time, Chungking Express was more of like shoot 'em up shit, and of course Hard Boiled and Bullet in the Head. He was also in the movie for those. Bullet in the Head. John Woo's known for Hard Boiled and The Killer and shit, but Bullet in the Head is like a fucking Hong Kong fucking deer hunter. It's fucking awesome. It's a great fucking movie. It's about these 3 kids in China growing up during the Vietnam War, and they start out as criminals, doing, street hood shit, and then they end up in the Vietnam War, and then they become gangsters. It's this fucking crazy 3-hour epic that John Woo directed. It's got, if you've seen Mission Impossible, the one that John Woo directed where he's doing the car chase and shit. That same car chase is in Bullet in the Head, only done way better and with guns blazing and crazy shit, you know.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so that's why I'm excited. I mean, I've known Tony Leung for a long time, and so that he's playing the villain in this movie, I'm like, holy shit! I was like, damn, okay.
And I think they're gonna switch some things up because, like I said, Shang-Chi's father in the comics is Fu Manchu, and he's like the bad guy doing all the fucked up shit in that movie. But I think Marvel lost the rights to Fu Manchu, which is why they're doing Mandarin. And I'm thinking they're going to switch it where Mandarin's going to be his father.
Okay.
I'm thinking that's what they're going to do. And it basically is going to be like the CIA or MI6 is going to, you know, recruit him, and it's going to be like, it's basically going to be like an Asian James Bond. You know,
all right.
Which I'm sold. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for a kung fu flick for Marvel.
And the thing is, people saying like Shang-Chi don't have any powers like that. Sometimes he does in the comics. There was a recent run in Jonathan Hickman's run in the Avengers where somehow he got the power to, like, I know people don't know anything about Naruto, where he was able to make shadow clones of himself, and he like fucked up some dude, something like that. And then one time he was in a room with a whole bunch of like ninjas or Hydra agents, something like that, and Tony Stark gave him some Stark Tech nunchucks. I don't know what's the difference. Yeah, they didn't show what happened, but they just cut to the next panel. Everybody was fucking dead. And
he just couldn't give him an Iron Man suit like everybody.
Fuck no.
Fucking Tony Stark, what a racist piece of shit. Here's some
he already gave
a
Rhodey a suit he made 5 years ago. He didn't even give him the new one.
Yeah, here's Iron Nunchucks.
Iron Nunchucks.
Dude, I'm Chinese, not Japanese.
Tony's like, close enough.
What's the difference?
Oh shit! And there may be some more projects in between, but I forgot them. So let's just go to the main one that had everybody's titties in a twist. That pissed everybody off. That everybody was happy for at first. Let me get to it. Okay. Thor 4, Love and Ragnarok, Love and Thunder. That's the name of the movie. Okay. So Chris Hemsworth was there, Taika Waititi was there, Tessa Thompson was there, and then they made an announcement that they're basing off Jason Aaron's run off The Mighty Thor, where Thor becomes a female, and they brought out Jane Foster, Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave Natalie Portman Mjolnir. So yes, Natalie Portman is going to be the new Thor in Thor 4. And the crowd in Hall H was excited. That was honestly up until that point, that was the biggest applause that anybody had gotten, in the theater at Hall H during their press conference. But then I go to the internet. Whole different story. Whole different story. Oh, so much bitching, so much, people, so hatred. Because it was the same thing that happened back in 2015 when all this shit broke. We reliving it. We're stuck in a time loop, Eli. Because when that Jason Aaron story broke in 2015 and Marvel had that all new, all different thing, the fans hated it. The fans boycotted. The fans bitch about it. It created Comicsgate. Mm-hmm. Like that issue plus other things happen right there. It's JW Marvel. So Marvel did everything they can to calm those fanboys down and fix everything in the comics back the way it was before. But now it seems like the movies are going the way that the comics did back in 2015. Captain America's black, Thor's a woman, blah, 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 whatever, and that's what they're going to like. So now we're seeing this same cycle all over again, And now, to be fair, some people are just mad about it being Natalie Portman. They're like, why even bring Natalie Portman back when Natalie Portman clearly says she doesn't even like being in this shit?
Yeah, that is true.
Let me say something about Natalie Portman for a second. Natalie Portman, here's the thing. I love Natalie Portman. But Natalie Portman doesn't love me back. Every movie she's been in, I've supported. I love that shit. She's my Padme in Star Wars. But she don't give a fuck about those movies. She doesn't like me. I love the V for Vendetta. She didn't give a fuck about that movie. She don't give a fuck about me. She was okay in the Thor movies. I could tolerate her. But she didn't give a fuck about those movies either. But at the same time, I can understand. What was the last Thor movie she was in? Thor: The Dark World? And she was like, fuck this shit. I can kind of understand. Like, it was the worst fucking Thor movie. It seemed like they're getting better movies at the time. And one of the reasons she did leave was because she wanted a female director. She wanted Patty Jenkins. She wanted Patty Jenkins to direct the movie. Something went down. She didn't get the role, and that's why Natalie Portman wanted out. Of course, Patty Jenkins went to go do Wonder Woman, had great success over there. That's another story here and there. And plus, Natalie Portman didn't want to play the girlfriend. You know, basically the girlfriends run around, not do anything, and she just be there. So, yeah, people like, well, how did they bring her back? Well, they made her fucking Thor. How's she gonna turn that shit down? Now she's calling the shots. Now you're gonna have Thor as the damsel of distress running around, you know, where Natalie Portman had to save him. So, of course, she's gonna come back for that. You know, so that's the role she has for that one. We're hearing it again. Well, she better get in the gym. She better bulk up. It's Natalie Portman. She's fucking 4'3". What can she do? That's it. Plus, that's kind of the whole point. She's like little and dainty with this big ass hammer gonna beat the fuck out of people. Kind of the selling point of this.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. That's my thing. I know people wanted Beta Ray Bill. I know people wanted Thunderstrike. But hey, those are the breaks. They're saying Beta Ray Bill might pop up in Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm almost guaranteeing it might happen.
Yeah, they didn't say nothing about that.
They actually did.
Well, he said they mentioned it, but they're not. They didn't have time or whatever.
Yeah, well, basically what they're saying, they announced everything in 2021.
Yeah.
And like I said, we ran through everything for the main stuff, right? If we did, we did. Fuck it. Let's pretend like we did. So after that, like I said, it's like you said, they announced. So basically, they announced everything they're doing from 2020 to 2021. That's the slate. Everything else was going to be after. They named, like I said, Black Panther 2. They named Captain Marvel 2. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Basically, they said they're all in development. He did mention Fantastic Four. He did mention mutants. He didn't say X-Men, but he did say mutants. He said mutants are on the way. And then after all that was done, then he brought out Mahershala Ali and announced Mahershala Ali as the new Blade. And then that was the biggest surprise that ever, because most of the stuff we had already heard about, that's the one that kind of shocked me. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't see that coming, you know. So, but before we get too excited, we don't know what it's going to be as. Is it going to be a movie? Is it going to be one of those Disney Plus shows? Are they going to stick it on Hulu? What's the deal? You know, is it going to be rated R? Is it going to be rated PG-13? You know,
yeah, that's my main thing.
That's the thing, because Kevin Feige already said not doing any R-rated movies. They asked him that when they asked him about Black Widow. No R-rated movies. So how are they going to do a PG-13 Blade movie? I don't know. And so a lot of people, a lot of people upset about the choice. They say Mahershala Ali wasn't a good choice. Then they started naming around these other random ass black actors which they never heard of before. You know, they all look like they're models and shit. You know, people mad that Wesley Snipes was not in the picture. Look, Wesley Snipes can't do it anymore. The dude is 60. He's not karate kicking anybody. That's it. Let it go.
She came out like 20 years ago.
Yes, let it go. Wesley Snipes, yes, he's awesome. Yes, he kicked off the new millennium for superhero movies. How it's supposed to be done. Yes, he invented the horror superhero movie. He's done all this shit first. Yes, he was the first black superhero in a good movie. Technically, Spawn did it before him, but that movie sucks, so we're not gonna go with that one. So yes, he did all this stuff, but there comes a time and a place where you have to pass it over and give it to somebody else. He can't play this shit forever. So, and Mahershala Ali, I'm perfectly fine with that one. He's a 2-time Oscar-winning actor. Plus, he's been in these Marvel movies before. Hell, he's the best part of Luke Cage. He played Cottonmouth. Yeah. And let's be honest, the moment they killed him off, Luke Cage went straight to shit. I mean, he was the best part of that one. Now, you can get mad about, well, he played Cottonmouth. Does that mean continuity? Who gives a fuck about the continuity? We just said nobody gives a fuck about these TV shows. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Runaway, Cloak and Dagger. Fuck those shows. I mean, relatively speaking, they have nothing to do with the movie shows. So whatever you do in there doesn't happen. We've already proved they're not connected because Alfre Woodard has already played a lady cussing out Tony Stark and Black Rider. She's done both. Hell, Denai Guerrero, she was in an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she was in it like the first season. She was playing like one of Coulson's like students or some shit like that. Now she's Okoye in Wakanda. 2 completely different characters, you know. And we can keep going down the road. Star-Lord's mom has played 2 characters in the movies. And so who gives a fuck? They're actors. Let them play a role, whatever they want to do. And so if Mahershala Ali wants to play Blade, let him play Blade. I think he's gonna be an awesome Blade. And people saying, well, he doesn't know karate. None of these fuckers know karate. Scarlett Johansson don't know that shit.
Yeah, it's a stunt double.
Yeah, the only person that is even remotely close to knowing anything is Tom Holland, because he's a professional dancer. That's it. And they even tell him to quit doing that dumb shit like backflipping on Jimmy Kimmel and shit. You know. So, but that's my thing. So he's gonna be an awesome Blade. They honestly they killed it. I feel like they killed it for Hall H. Marvel came out. Kevin Feige basically came on stage, whipped his dick out, looked at the crowd, and looked at him and said, "It's not gonna suck itself," because he can do that because he's Kevin fucking Feige. You know. So I may have missed whatever, something like that, but for the most part, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Pretty much everything they brought out, I feel like I said, I don't think there's any weak spots in it. I think even Eternals, which I was kind of hesitant about it. The only one I'm hesitant about, I'm not even really hesitant about, is Black Widow. Because I feel like we don't need a Black Widow movie. But I do feel like Scarlett Johansson deserves a Black Widow movie, if that makes any sense. Because she did put in a lot of hard work, and the Avengers was, she put her time in. So I feel like she deserved a paycheck for a movie. But at the same time, I feel like that should have been a movie that was done a while ago, like in phase 1 or phase 2. Now we're talking about space gods, and we're talking about the multiverse, and you're gonna give us a spy movie where she fights Taskmaster? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it was interesting as like when they're, we're supposed to do all this space shit, but then we bring up fucking Blade, and Doctor Strange is supposed to be a horror movie, and I'm like, okay, well, what's that about? Are they gonna go more towards like the supernatural, like Lilith and
supposedly the big bad in that movie is supposed to be Nightmare? What I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, So I was like, if they're bringing Blade and Doctor Strange, that could open up like Spirits of Vengeance and all that shit, which would excite me.
But true. But those characters are a little too hardcore for the MCU movie fan base. You can't bring in Son of Satan and shit, next to Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I was like, even when they said that they want Doctor Strange to be a horror movie, I'm like, yeah, but it's going to be PG-13. So how scary is it good?
Yeah, and my thing is like Blade would make more sense as a TV show than a movie.
Yeah.
Because you can do more fucked up shit in there. It's like a movie because the MCU has so many rules and tropes. Like, what you want, Blade telling jokes and shit? Like, it would make more sense to be a TV show, but you can't do that because it's Blade. He's too popular of a character, and plus, Black Panther made $1.3 billion at the box office, so you can't stick him on the big screen. I mean, you can't stick him on TV.
Yeah,
that's your moneymaker right there. You think black folks acted a fool with Black Panther? Wait till they make a Blade movie. We're gonna have a cookout right there in the lobby. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I mean, those first, especially the first two, especially the second one. It was like one of my all-time favorite movies ever.
I love that movie. I watched that. Hey, commentary?
Shit, yeah.
Okay. There we go. You heard it here,
even
folks.
The first one, I mean, I loved the first one. I had the soundtrack was dope. I mean, I had a Blade figure somewhere fucking around somewhere. Wesley Snipes' Blade.
Just fucking awesome.
Shit. I mean, I was all into that shit when it came out. I was, So yeah, and part of it was the fact that it was R-rated,
But at the time, that's what we knew. Movies were R-rated. They weren't like pussified like they are now. Everything was R-rated back then.
I mean, except the Spawn movie, which sucked. But damn,
what was that PG-13? Like
that was PG-13, but they did an unrated cut. But there was nothing really.
I think it was like one extra scene or some shit, but that was about it. So
yeah, they changed a couple of lines. I think they dropped a swear word or whatever. But
man, they dropped the ball on that Spawn movie. But at the same time, I think it was too early for a Spawn movie.
Yeah, but it was only gonna be campy and cheesy because that's what people thought comic books were.
Right. So.
But yeah, I mean, for me, it's like a goreless horror movie. That's something hard to get by.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. So I don't know. We'll figure out what.
That's my thing with Venom. Like Venom was okay, it just needed some blood. I haven't seen Venom since I saw it in the theaters because I don't really think I need to. You know what I mean?
I just thought Venom was gonna be the worst movie I ever saw. It turns out to be sort of kind of bad. So I was like,
yeah,
better than I expected. Okay.
yeah. You know, so I was like, I mean, it was cool to hear about Blade, but I'm like, okay, but I don't want to get too excited.
Right.
You know,
Just so. Oh well. But yeah, that's Hall H. That was pretty awesome. We're getting excited for the Marvel stuff, and we'll see how it goes from there. Video game stuff. I got some video game stuff I'm gonna talk about, but I'm not gonna talk about it. We're gonna move right into the moneymaker of the podcast. We're gonna talk about the comic books because it's comic book bullies. We read a bunch of books. I read some books I normally don't read, so I'm actually pretty interested in reviewing that one. I'm actually excited about this. We're gonna get into it. Eli, how we gonna do this? You wanna review a book first?
Oh yeah, what'd you read?
Pretty much the same shit you read.
Okay, did you read Immortal Hulk?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I don't read that because you read it.
Okay, well, Immortal Hulk, number 21.
Go for it, because I'm pretty sure
Am I
that's gonna
going
be the best
first?
book out of all of them. So.
It was good. It was really good. General 14. What's his name? 14. What's this guy's name again? 14, right? The general guy. He's basically been searching for Hulk this whole time, and it just goes into his backstory. It's just a flashback, history of his character, what motivates him, why he hates the Hulk so much, how he used to revere Thunderbolt Ross and vowed revenge when he died and all that shit. It's just a flashback of his life and him, you know, going after the Hulk. And at the end, it ends with a cliffhanger where he gets the Abomination shit. You know, he's going to become the new Abomination. And that's where we get to be continued. So, really cool. Jones. Yeah. Well, Rick Jones, that they just based, he's been ripped out of that. They ripped Rick Jones out of the Abomination.
I mean, is he still alive? To be determined. Okay.
Yeah, but his corpse. They took his corpse and put it inside the Abomination, but then Hulk ripped it out, and so now that the Abomination's body is just kind of sitting there, and at the end it just grabs General 14.
Damn, it sound like a Venom symbiote.
It's fucking yeah. It's the Immortal Hulk, man. Fucking dope. I'm still digging this. 5 out of 5. Fucking. I'm sick. I don't.
Pretty much a 14 issue streak going 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. I guess the next one we can do this. You got to hear me out with this, Eli. This is a confusing one here. Batman 75.
Oh yeah, I don't know shit either. So
okay, I'm trying to remember what happened because I read it last night, and I was like, what? So yeah. It's not even fresh in my mind anymore, and I can't find it anywhere on my list. So let me just go from the top. The book starts off, Riddler and Joker are investigating a murder, and the murder they find out is investigated. It turns out Two-Face did the murder. So, and then they decide to talk to Commissioner. Commissioner is Hugo Strange. And Hugo Strange turns on the bat signal, and it's Batman, but it's not the Batman we know. It's Flashpoint Batman, or Earth 2 Batman, or Thomas Wayne, basically.
It's Thomas Wayne, yeah.
Because he's back now?
Yeah, I heard he came back.
I hadn't been keeping up, so.
Yeah,
okay, so both Superman and Batman's dads are back. Mom's still dead, but the dads are back. Okay, whatever, cool. So, Flashpoint Batman is back. He's here. He talks to them and will give me the commitment. And basically, they figure out that Two-Face did it. They're trying to find out what Two-Face is. They find out where his goons are hiding now. So he goes to his goons, find them. It's Solomon Grundy, and I can't recognize the other guy. I think it's Blockbuster or Damage or some shit. I can't remember. Do you recognize the other guy?
No, I don't even have the book.
Okay. Either way, it was some big bruise. I remember Solomon Grundy and other big bruise.
Yeah, I remember Solomon Grundy there.
Yeah, okay. So Batman is getting ready to fight these two.
Didn't Solomon Grundy punch the fucking Batmobile in half?
Because Thomas Wayne sent the Batmobile at him. He punched the Batmobile in half. And then when he distracted, he called him reinforcement. He called in Gotham Girl, and Gotham Girl started fucking both those dudes up. Cut off the other dude's arm. Blockbuster.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
So, and then they fucked everybody up. Thomas Wayne goes back to the Batcave. Who was his butler?
Who was his butler?
I didn't recognize that. I kept thinking the whole time who was his butler. It was a white-haired short guy. I'm like, who are you?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, he drives back on the back bike. The dude, the butler is like, "Oh, didn't you leave with a car?" Because like the car got destroyed by something.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
he comes back and he was like, "Yeah, he's waiting for you up top." He's like, "Oh, he's waiting for me. Good. He doesn't want you." So he goes to the top side of the manor, and it's Alfred. He's talking to Alfred. They're basically talking about like, he's gonna get you when he comes back, and you won't be able to get away with this. And yeah, you got psycho pirates to do all this bullshit. He fucked up Harvey Dent also. Oh, and honestly, Eli, the whole thing. I think what's going on here is that I thought this was a dream sequence. This isn't a dream sequence. This is really happening. Like somehow Bane is controlling Psycho Pirate. He's doing some fucked up shit in Gotham where the villains are taking over, because you can see the Gotham PD, and because they show Bullet. Bullet is tied up butt naked in the room with Joker and Riddler while they're sitting in his desk.
Yeah.
And obviously Batman got Bruce Wayne got his throat slit, and Catwoman is straddling him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I haven't read Batman in whenever the Nightmare. I gave up during Nightmare, the whole Nightmare thing. I stopped reading, so I haven't read since then. So I don't know. When I picked this book up, I was like, what the fuck is going on now? I was like, oh shit. Like, do I have to go back and read all that shit? Because I don't really want.
I'm not gonna do it. But what I took from it, just reading, because at first when I started reading the issue, I thought, okay, this might got to be some kind of dream sequence, somebody freaking out. But the further I went into the book, I like, oh, this isn't a dream sequence. This is really happening. The villains have taken over Gotham PD, basically, and Bane is still controlling everything from Arkham Asylum. And he's got Psycho Pirate in his back pocket, basically. Psycho Pirate is the one doing all. No, it's not Bane. It's Thomas Wayne doing all the bullshit. Or Thomas Wayne and Bane. Fuck it. Next book. What would we give this?
Would you rate it, man?
3.5 out of 5. I'm gonna give it that because the art was cool. It had who was it? David Finch. I think David Finch drew this.
Or Tony S. Daniels. Probably Tony Daniels.
Or him. Whoever it was, the art was pretty awesome. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 at least for that, even though the book was confusing as fuck. Give me some cliff notes or something next time, Tom King. Shit.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know what I was like. Oh shit! I suppose I'll read Batman. It's 75.
It's 75. So obviously it's gonna be something good. And you read this like, what the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, I don't know. That's my own damn fault for not giving a shit.
Oh, or is it? He's about to be kicked out the book anyway in a couple issues. Who cares?
Yeah, that's right. I was like, I don't really give a shit.
Like, I'm just doing any weird shit I've been wanting to do right now to get that shit out the way.
I just felt like it was such a chore. It was a chore to read. I'm like, I'm just reading this because it's in my pull. I still got it in my pull list, and I got all the books, but I just haven't read them. Because I just stopped giving a shit. Because that's what the Nightmare was. Nightmare just seemed like it was just a homage to it was right around when Detective 1000. It was like leading up to that. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, this is all Nightmare is just celebrating Batman and all how cool he is. They're bringing, that's why Nightmare. It's all these different, periods and, Batman dreaming about all his life and shit. I was like, I know what this is. This is just homage. And I stopped reading because I didn't care, and I know what was going on anyways, so I was like, fuck it. So I pick up this book. I'm like, no, I still don't give a shit what's going on. All right.
I'll let you go next. That book hurt my head.
The next book, I read that Punisher. Did that come out this week? I can't remember.
I didn't see a Punisher, but yeah, you can go for it.
Punisher Annual? Was that this week? Yeah, I think I read it this week. Can't remember because since we skipped last week, I can't remember what came out when. But I read this Punisher Annual. It was It's just a one-off story of Punisher jumping on a space shuttle with J. Jonah Jameson, and they go fight the Brood up in space.
What's the name? Acts of Evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is this week. Yeah, I think it is. So.
It's just a dumb little Punisher story, out of the, it's whatever. It's, you want to see Punisher fight aliens. It's there. Nothing spectacular, nothing groundbreaking. I don't know if I
want to see that.
I really didn't want to, but I did.
Beyond which in Royal Realms, it was kind of cool him killing frost giants with a machine gun, whatever.
Yeah, it's like the Brood. I'm like, okay, the Brood's pretty cool, and I like the Punisher, but do I like them together? I guess again, I didn't give a shit. I mean, I read this. I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, it wasn't nothing life changing. I wasn't like, oh, awesome, that was so awesome. I was like, oh, okay, sure. Punisher fights the Brood. He sneaks his way on the space shuttle. J. Jonah Jameson bitching at Punisher, and you know, it's just them two. You know, whatever. I'm going way too long. 3 out of 5. Fuck it.
For book you don't like, you talking a lot about. Oh, well, okay. I'm trying to think where we now at. Okay, I'm gonna let you get this other book, but I'm gonna talk about Jimmy Olsen #1. Now,
okay.
Fucked up thing about it, this is actually a book I was actually looking forward to. So let me just get into it. So basically, the book starts off in like 1800s or 1700s, some bullshit like that. Before Metropolis and Metropolis, it's called something else. And Jimmy Olsen's great granddaddy is arguing with Lex Luthor's great granddaddy over some land. And Lex Luthor granddaddy has all this, you know, paperwork signs like I own land. What Jimmy Olsen granddaddy says, no, I was here first, so I own the land because that's the law of the land here in this place. So Lex Luthor kills Jimmy Olsen's granddaddy, like throws him off a cliff, and now he claims the land. So this should have been going on for like generations. So basically, the Olsens and the Luthors have been arguing over who that land belongs to, even present day. Side story, no one gives a shit about it. Anyway,
yeah, Jimmy Olsen. For some reason, I'm thinking of Back to the Future 3 while you're telling me.
I mean, basically, it looked like Jimmy Olsen, Lex Luthor the whole time, so it was kind of weird. But anyway, Jimmy Olsen is in space because he got fan mail. It's a weird story, man. It's fucking weird. So Jimmy Olsen's in space. He's got fan mail. The fan mail has requests that they want him to jump from space and land without a parachute. And he's like, I'll do anything for my fans, not knowing that it really sounds like the fans are busy telling you to kill yourself. You know, whatever.
Oh, so, is it like one of them Red Bull things where the dude went up in that thing and then jumped from space or whatever?
It's exactly that. He basically is in the upper atmosphere, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So Jimmy Olsen's gonna do that without a parachute, but he's like, in order to do the parachute, I injected myself with some kind of super serum so I can survive the fall. But the serum activates itself before he can do it, and he turns into Turtle Boy. I'm not gonna get into Turtle Boy is. That's some old Superman reference shit. But anyway, he turns into Turtle Boy. He falls from the spaceship, hits the atmosphere, starts to burn up on impact. Superman sees this shit. He's like, okay, if Jimmy Olsen hits Metropolis at the speed he's going, he's gonna hit like an atom bomb, completely destroy Metropolis. So he flies up, trying to steer Jimmy Olsen away from it. All he does is destroy like a Lex Luthor statue or some shit like that. Then crashes to the water and he turns back to regular normal stuff like that. Now he goes back to the Daily Planet. Perry Olsen is like, Jimmy Olsen, I'm sick of your shit. You're fired. The reason he's gonna fire him because, okay, there's this black lady that owns the Daily Planet. She's the Queen Pin. Bendis has made the Queen Pin. She controls all the crime in Metropolis.
I remember that black chick from last year. Is that what's happening now? It's
her. Yeah, she's the Queen Pin. Nobody knows who she is. She runs the Invisible Mafia, is what they call. She runs the Daily Planet, and she basically telling Perry White, we gotta fire this guy. But the reason they can't fire Jimmy Olsen is because the Daily Planet isn't making any money. So the only way they make money is from these viral ass stunts that Jimmy Olsen does. Anytime he fucks up some shit, he fucks up property, he turns into a big monster, he fights Superman, all this shit goes viral over social media, and ad revenue brings the Daily Planet money. They're like, without Jimmy Olsen doing all this fucked up shit, we'd be out of business. Even though we had to erase our insurance premiums and we got to fix damaged property and stuff like that, but we got to have Jimmy Olsen doing this stuff. But, you know, the Queen Pin is basically like telling Perry White, no, but we still got to get rid of this guy. But we can't fire him because he's keeping the company afloat. Like, we don't have to fire him. We can send him somewhere. And she's like, oh. So the next panel, he gets an apartment in Gotham City. That's the book. So, yeah. Weird story. It's exactly what a Jimmy Olsen story is supposed to be. He always doing fucked up shit. He's always fighting Superman. He's always turning some crazy ass monster or getting a virus, some shit like that. Basically what I expected. I'm hoping the next book will be better. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I can't really recommend this. I don't know. Jimmy Olsen's Turtle Boy. If you know who Turtle Boy is, it's 3.5. If you don't, 3. So yeah. So like.
Well, I don't. So. Turtle Boy. All right. Well, I'll go with this Transformers Ghostbusters #2.
Okay.
Um, this was a little lackluster. First issue was awesome and just introduced this great concept, really fun, where basically it sort of reboots the Transformers origin story. Um, During the Civil War on Cybertron, the Autobots leave, but before the Decepticons can give chase to them, Gozer, the Destructor, destroys Cybertron. Fast forward to millions of years later on Earth, Ghostbusters are, busting ghosts. And what's that
Bustin'
guy's
makes
name?
me feel good.
Yeah. Ectronomus Dimetron, he's one of the scouts for the Autobots, transforms himself into the Ecto-1, and because the ghost of Starscream shows up. And so that's basically where this issue picks up. It's just a lot of explaining what's going on. This Ectronomus guy is telling the Ghostbusters what's up. Basically just explain to you what happened, what I just said. Just exposition. Like, hey, what the fuck's happening? And the Ghostbusters like, hey, yeah, what the fuck's happening? And this robot tells them what's happening. So that's about it. It's just a filler exposition issue. 3 out of 5. Hopefully shit picks up next issue. So.
Okay. Cool. Damn. The next one we got is Silver Surfer Black. You read this one?
I did.
Are you familiar with it?
I read the first one, yeah.
Okay. You're gonna have to help me out with this one also. This one, I'm like, huh? Okay.
I actually thought it was really cool.
I thought it was
I liked
too,
it.
but
I liked it better than the first issue. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the first issue you had to set up everything. This one you actually jumping into it. So let's get to it. Issue 2, basically, the issue 1 ended with Silver Surfer finding his way to Null, the god of the symbiotes. He fights Null. Null actually beats his ass, which I was shocked about that. I was like, okay, I don't know much about this Null dude. Is he really that powerful?
He's basically embodies darkness.
Okay, because the Silver Surfer
is
still the Silver Surfer.
The source of darkness. He's supposedly what was before the light.
I thought that was Malekith.
I don't know.
Whatever.
That's basically what's happened. He was before everything else. He was the dark before the light, and where the source of the symbiotes came from. The source of all evil or whatever, supposedly, something to that extent. So.
Okay. So yeah, basically, okay. Null beats the fuck out of the Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is about to be succumbed to the darkness, but then he hears a voice that tells him, you can't succumb to the darkness right now. Fly to me. So he gets the fuck out of the planet. Flies off as fast as he can. Null actually gives him like a 5-second head start. He's like, fly. It don't really fucking matter. Calls up a dragon and like immediately is on his ass. Like even though Silver Surfer is like fucking eons away from him, it don't even fucking matter to Null. On his ass. So Silver Surfer does some shit, use the power cosmic, destroys the dragon, buys himself a little bit of time, and then that voice that's telling him, come to me, Silver Surfer, come to me. Because basically like the Null has a planet to himself and the planet was about to eat him. It was like fitting fate for the destroyer of worlds to be destroyed by a world, But anyway, he finally finds the voice that was helping him the whole time, and the voice turns out to be Ego. Yep. And Ego was like, I'm gonna help you destroy them. And that's pretty much the book.
Shit's bugged out, yo.
Really is. Here's the thing, the artist is it took me a while to get used to him because I hate it when the artists play too much with the anatomy. And this dude really does it with the anatomy. But after you read it enough times, you start to get used to it, and it really adds, I don't know, character or flavor or dynamic to the artwork. And his action is like really expressive. So everything that's going on the page. And it's really, it feels like it's moving when it's not moving, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. The first issue, I had a hard time, like the first issue. Reading, because getting used to that art style.
Yeah, that's the thing. I had to get used to their art style first, but it's growing on me.
Yeah, and then after reading it, and then after reading this issue, I'm like, this is just going for that psychedelic, Steranko, Ditko type of that, when the Silver Surfer came out back in the 60s, that psychedelic kind of style.
Yeah.
But like an updated version of that, like a modern day version of psychedelic art.
Yeah.
Surrealistic.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Like, we all love Danny Cates. Danny Cates, sorry, but I'm kidding. We love Cates, not Coates.
Yeah, and Ta-Nehisi Coates. Yeah.
Right. Danny Cates, give my reparations. But this Silver Surfer book, I feel like the artist is outshining the writing. I feel like the art is outshining Cates on this book. Me personally, I feel like that's the selling point of this book.
Yeah,
which I'm fine with that.
Because it was. I mean, I can see that. I mean, I think you can totally tell that Cates is just having fun with this. But yeah, I mean, this is more an art style. It's more of a style.
Yeah.
Than anything. You're coming for the art. And I really got into the art this issue. Like the way he draw. I mean, that one panel where like Silver Surfer like blasts his way out of Null when he's like being engulfed by Null and almost
and
looks
you see like the entire planet trying to engulf him, and he just like shooting out
and
of
it looks like a flower, like a jellyfish. I'm like, holy shit, that is just totally fucked up. That almost looks like a death metal cover,
Now,
like a really
personally, I like the last issue when Silver was fighting like those 3 guards at Null's gate. I thought that fight was awesome. Like he was like jumping off the surfboard and like control this and like hitting people or like using the surfboard like a torpedo or a missile, some shit. Or like he was like using his hand and just fucking them up and shit. Like I thought this was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So at first I was like, okay, this art is an acquired taste. I don't think I'm a fan, but after reading this issue, I was like, okay, I get it now. I get what they're doing. This is just wild, surrealistic, abstract craziness.
Yeah, because it's not really too much story there. Like I said, we just flew through the story in no time.
Smoke some weed, throw on some Pink Floyd, read this under a black light. You know what I'm saying?
Some acid.
Yeah.
The 60s were fun, but now I'm paying for it.
Yeah, throw on some Tribe Called Quest, throw on some fucking, what was those good fools called again? Those psychedelic hip-hop guys. What the fuck were they called? They did, sail away on mental bliss. And what was that shit called? Fuck. Yeah, that song from... Boomerang. They had that song on Boomerang.
Oh, that's I don't know.
Die without PM Dawn. That's a.
Oh yeah, PM Dawn. I hated fucking PM Dawn.
Well, you're like a Die Without You.
I hated that shit, man. I was like, what the fuck?
No, man, that's the end song now.
Okay, I will do that. I will find the PM because I already know what song you're talking about.
It's like if you don't do it, I'm gonna put it on the next Geek Sam's episode.
Okay, I'm gonna do it because. I will take this because I want to save Geek's ass from that shit. So, oh shit, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I mean, because like I said, the story was so light. Danny Cates didn't give it too much, but it really is the art saving this book for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just give it 3.5 out of 5. The art I do think is awesome.
Not much happens in this book other than he just fights.
He fights and fly away. That's
he fights. Yeah, he fights NORAD. No. He fights Null and then escapes and then finds Ego. It's just all reflective because that's how Silver Surfer is. He's he's the reflective.
Right. He's contemplating on what he used to do to be destroyer of worlds and how people used to worship him and realize he was really death and all that is cool. I mean, like I said, Stan Lee explored all this shit like.
That's Donny Cates having fun. I'm a writer. I want to write. I want my words, and he's just having fun writing all this shit.
That's true, but if you've read any Silver Surfer comic, they always do that shit in every Silver Surfer comic. It's not breaking new ground.
And that's what I thought about the first. That's why I thought the first issue was a little lackluster for me. I was like, it's all right, But then after reading this, okay, I get it. I get what's going on. This is just,
And that's why I say that the art is saving this book right now because Cates, as awesome as he is, he's not breaking new ground. with Silver Surfer. Not yet. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get there. He just hasn't got there yet.
Yeah, he's just having fun.
Yeah. So that's what I got.
I wonder what his scripts look like. I'm sorry. Like, panel 1, fucking the deep abyss darkness of the endless void of space. Like, just say space, asshole. The artist gets what you're saying. I wonder if that's his script too. Like, just
everything's more epic than what it is. So
I'm a writer, a wordsmith. Like,
oh shit! Wait, who review was it? Was that mine or yours?
That was yours. Next. I saved that for you because I.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're next then.
I'm done.
Oh shit. Okay. Well.
All my books. Yeah.
Oh fuck it. Well, I guess I got the last one then. Okay. So yeah. So this is my book of the week. I guess. Okay. Vampirella #1.
That's right. You read Vampirella.
Yeah, I read Vampirella, man. Because here's the thing about Vampirella. I saw that I was looking on Comixology and saw there was a new issue of Vampirella. And I thought to myself, man, you know what? If somebody had a podcast reviewing that book, I'd definitely listen to it. I just thought about it, like, wait a minute. I got a podcast. Why just review it myself?
Be the change you want in the world.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck it, just might as well. I mean, it's Vampirella. I've always heard about Vampirella. I don't know shit about Vampirella other than she's basically like a stripper, cosplay, thirst trap, whatever, And
in real life, yeah.
Yeah, in real life. That's what she is. That's all she is. So I'm gonna give Vampirella a try. And I'm gonna read it for the story. So, okay. Oh, and the funny thing about it, guess who writes this?
Donny Cates?
No. Good guess though. Christopher Priest.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, that's what got me. I didn't even expect that. I ripped it about like, okay, like, that made me feel a little bit better because honestly, buying
Dynamite does this.
Yeah, Dynamite does it because that made me feel a little bit better. Because when you buy a Vampirella book, it does make you feel a little, I don't know,
pervy.
Yeah, it really does, man. Like you go into a comic shop, one book for Vampirella. One book for Vampirella.
I'm reading this.
I like the storyline of Vampirella.
Yeah. Give me that issue of Playboy. There's a good article on there on cars.
Very stimulating.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what the book is. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the book. The book is basically about Vampirella in a therapy session with her therapist. She's sitting on the couch and basically telling about her situation. And she's telling the therapist about how she was on this plane and this World War I evil immortal bad guy is on there trying to kill her on the plane. Didn't happen to kill her, but it did crash the plane. She was able to get off in time because she can grow wings and she can fly like a bat. So she flew away. Everybody else on the plane is dead. And so she's talking to a therapist. And the therapist doesn't believe she's any of this stuff she says. She doesn't believe she's a vampire. Doesn't believe she's from another planet. Apparently, Vampirella's from another planet.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that. Okay. And something. So the therapist is listening to Vampirella talking. So like I said, he's like, so let me break this down. So you believe you're a vampire, right? So basically saying you're from this highly advanced race that probably influenced a lot of this world's religion and mythology, yet you're marginalized and you don't fit in with what they consider the moral standard of society.
Ah, shit. I see where Priest is going.
You see where Priest is going with it. Like, so basically what you're saying is that vampire are the new black people. Like, that's the actual panel. That's what he says.
Oh, okay. I guess that I was going to say rappers or something.
What's the difference?
I get it. Vampirella is like a...
Yeah, so he's trying to tie it in, trying to, bring Vampirella into the real world and trying to market like this. Me personally, I'm getting sick of black people always being compared to aliens and mutants and me personally, I'm getting sick of that shit, But whatever, that's the story. So she keeps talking, and apparently this spider, basically she has this pet spider that's really like this demon that follows her everywhere that she calls Sean or something. And the therapist is saying, like, wait, who sent that spider? Oh, she did. And he goes to the door and they're like, my mother. And that's her mother looking like a regular ass mother. Like the woman from Bewitched. Remember the mother from Bewitched? Looks like her.
Okay.
So that's how the book ends. Pretty simple book, yeah. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Pretty, you know.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, I stepped out of my comfort zone, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Vampirella was, I don't know. She's another product of her time. You know what I mean? She was like a horror, a horror book when they weren't allowed to make horror books. You
Right.
know what I mean?
And because she's been around since 1969.
Yeah.
So this is her 50th anniversary.
Yeah, and that's all she was, bringing her into modern times trying to make her all woke and shit. And
yeah.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, who cares?
And that's the thing. They're trying to update Vampirella in the Me Too movement. Like,
yeah.
Can that be done? And that's the thing what Chris Perry is trying to do. He said he's trying to deconstruct Vampirella.
Yeah.
So he's, those are the things he's trying to do. And he's trying to have it where, where she's still sexy, but what does sexy mean in 2019? Like, we all look at Vampirella's eye candy and nothing else. She's just a stripper superhero. But he's trying to say, like, but instead of changing her into something else, like giving her like a sweater, and some baggy jeans and have her fight crime in that, how would she react to a world that looks at her like a stripper, And that's supposed to be his take on Vampirella. Like, how does she survive in the Me Too movement,
Because I remember I think I read that Aliens Vampirella crossover a few years ago, and she was like in the spacesuit, like the whole time.
Like that doesn't sell books. We want to see Vampirella be Vampirella.
Yeah, well, I want to see tits, but okay,
basically,
I get it. It's 2000 whatever, and it's fighting aliens in space in a stripper outfit isn't very practical. I get it, but then who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta remember your core audience. Like, who are you selling Vampirella to?
Yeah, it's like it's one thing. It's my thing with Batman. Now I know we always bitch about Batman, and he's a very interesting character to dive into the psychology and all that shit. But like, again, think about he was created. He was a superhero. Then kids liked comic books, so they started creating children's sidekick, and now here we are 50 years later, 80 years later, Batman's an asshole. He puts children in danger and shit. Like, they're fucking...
Right.
Like, who gives a fuck? It's a fucking comic, all right?
Right. I see your point. Some of this shit you can't overthink, but some of it you have to overthink.
Yeah, it's like Vampirella. She's a fucking hot vampire from space.
Yeah, I mean, like, can you overthink Vampirella? That's the thing. Like, or can you, or are you just supposed to take Vampirella as Vampirella is? No.
Yeah, it's not like she's this big feminist icon. Well,
that's the thing. That's the thing. They're trying to make her a feminist icon.
Yeah, it's like, she's a
I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, do you know who Amber Rose is?
Amber Rose, that stripper?
Yes.
Tennis ball head? Yeah.
Okay, she considers herself a feminist icon.
Okay.
Okay, reason she considers herself a feminist icon, like she does. I don't know how the fuck. I know how we got on Amber Rose, but anyway, because she does this thing every week where she does this activism for women and basically want to own their sexuality, and she does this thing called a slut walk, because we always like to slut shame women, for being promiscuous, having too much sex, basically doing things men like to do. So what she wants women to do is own their sexuality. Stop being prudes, stop wearing sweaters. If you want to dress up like Vampirella and be a stripper walking around the street, you have the right to do that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And that makes you a feminist icon, I guess. It's a touchy subject. I don't think we're qualified to answer that question,
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, I commend Christopher Priest for trying.
Yeah.
But do I really give a shit? No.
I mean, at the end of the day, you want to read Vampirella for ass and titties. That's what it is.
And blood. You want to see a hot chick covered in blood kicking ass. Yeah.
Now, she can have this existential crisis and all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
Still give me titties, ass, and blood.
Yeah. When I see it, I doubt, and I might be wrong. But hey, I doubt no woman cosplayed as Vampirella in a fucking spacesuit. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna happen. Not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
she's not gonna get in a frumpy ass sweater and baggy mom jeans to a con. I'm Vampirella. No,
You're gonna be like, no, get the fuck out of here. No.
Yeah, you're gonna dress up in your bikini because that's
right. And she's gonna be a big titted woman.
Yeah.
Walking around in a Vampirella costume. We know that.
Yeah.
And most of the time they do that. Same thing with Harley Quinn. They do that because they want to own their sexuality. They look at those characters and be like, look how sexual they are. That makes me feel powerful.
What's that episode of Community when the one of the Halloween episodes where what the fuck, Britta's dressed up as a squirrel?
Yeah.
and she's like, I hate it when girls use Halloween as an excuse to dress up as sluts. And then Annie's like, me too. And she pulls off
like a cat
her
suit
cape.
or some shit.
She's in it like that skin tight skeleton outfit. And she walks away sashaying her ass and shit.
Like I said, it's a weird concept, but yeah, that's the thing. Like, what is owning sexuality and not owning sexuality, or owning feminism? Is Vampirella a feminist icon? Is she not? Is she everything? It's a question we're gonna ask. Maybe Christopher Priest will crack the code. We don't know.
Yeah.
He will solve the riddle of feminism.
or black people are vampires for matters.
Oh shit! Why you gotta remind me about that? Black people are vampires.
Or rappers.
Or rappers. One or the other.
Rappers are vampires.
Take your pick. Basketball players. Oh shit! Hey, we talked enough about this. I got no more books. I'm booked out.
I'm good too.
Okay, all right. I think we're going long enough. Okay, so we're back. This is a complete episode. If you like and listen, share, subscribe, pass it off to other people. Our Spider-Man review has got a whole bunch of hits, so really appreciate that. We're going to be back with another episode next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'm pretty sure some interesting stuff will come up. We didn't talk about the Eisner Awards. We didn't talk about X-Men either. Fuck both those books. Go listen to Comic Cast. They'll have a breakdown of all that stuff. All the stuff they review it so we don't have to.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So it's all one ecosystem.
We're just here to piss you off. That's
basically we just say fucked up shit that get kicked off the air. Go listen to Geek Sab, our sister podcast. Go listen to This Geeks and Comics. They just dropped the episode today or yesterday, whichever you listen to this. Get Valiant, Hoodoo TV, all that other stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Go listen to it. I forgot what it is. Listen to us next week. We'll be back. No more vacations for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. I may be going out again in September. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.